Guess I'm stuck with your leftover umbrella, carrying it around like a secret I found. Every little drop makes me think of you. Hoping on the street I'm talking to the clouds. Guess I'm stuck with your leftover umbrella, too bright to you for this great town weather. If you want it back, you'll have to come around. You'll have to come around. Soft steam rising from a porcelain cup, winter breath against the glass. The city's quieter than yesterday, like it's learning how to rest. Folded wishes in my pocket, unspoken but they stay. The first light of the year is gentle, it doesn't rush my mind. softly through the room, floating dust in silver bloom. Windows open, curtains sway. Evening holds the day. Stay here in this golden quiet. Hearts don't have to try. Breathing slowly, let it settle. No more asking why. Warmth is resting on our shoulders. Nothing loud or new, just a gentle kind of brightness. Shine